In English, we want to sound natural and native. We do not want to sound robotic, like a computer. And a great way to do that is filler words. In this video, I will teach you 10 useful filler words. Trust me, guys, this is a game changer. Using them when you talk will immediately, right away, make you sound more natural and native. So click like on this video, say hello in the comments, and let's jump in. When you speak English, you should be using and When? Say this when your brain needs a quick second to find the next word. It buys you a little time. In other words, take a look at this. I was going to tell you the movie time, but I left the tickets at home, so we need to check online. Without the this sounds a bit robotic, a bit formulaic, a bit like a computer. Using makes you sound more human and easy to talk to. Look at this one. The answer is 24, but let me double check the math before we turn it in. Love it. Could you grab the large blue suitcase from the closet near the stairs, please? Pause the video. Try this yourself. Try saying these out loud. Another fantastic, extremely useful filler word, you know, or you know, shortened. When do we use it? Say this to be sure the listener understands or agrees. Take a look at this example here. The traffic was terrible this morning, you know? Bumper to bumper, all the way downtown, so I arrived late. Bumper to bumper, the cars are lined up so close to one another. The traffic was terrible, you know? It was terrible. Look at this one. He keeps forgetting his keys, you know? The same way he always, forgets his phone charger. I threw in an extra there just because I love this one so much. Take a look at this. We should order early because the place gets busy, right after 6 o'clock. Once again, pause the video. Try it yourself. You can even use these example sentences. Like. When do we use like? Say this before giving an example or a guess or a quote. Take a look at this. I waited like 30 minutes in the rain before the bus finally showed up. I love it. It's so natural. It's so humanizing. Really makes you sound like a native speaker. How about this one? She was like, don't worry, I'll handle it. And then she solved the whole problem in like 5 minutes. If you are quoting somebody or repeating something someone said, that's a great way to use this. He was like, they were like, we were all like, he was all like. You can say like or all like. Last one. The backpack costs like $40. Which is cheaper than I expected. See how colloquial, how native, how conversational that is? You're giving an estimate. You're giving a guess. That backpack, it's like $40 or something. You can also add or something at the end, right? It's like $40 or something. Adding well to the beginning of certain sentences could be a great and gentle way to share an idea. Look at this. Well, I'm not sure we should leave yet because the storm looks pretty strong on the radar. Maybe you want to make this suggestion, but you don't want to demand something from people. You don't want to say, we're doing it my way. This is the way it's going to be. You want to make a gentle recommendation, a gentle suggestion. Use well. How about this one? Well, we could paint the room light blue, or we could save money and just clean the walls instead. Well, we could do that, or we could do this. Well, thanks everyone for coming today. Let's meet again next Tuesday at the same time. Very casual. Well, blah, 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 blah. Wonderful. Pause the video. Try it yourself. If you want to clarify something, if you want to explain what you mean, make things really clear, use I mean. Take a look at this. The meal was great. I mean, the dessert was a little too sweet, but overall it was tasty. He says, I mean, and then gives more information, gives more detail. Look at number 2. He's fast. I mean, not record-breaking fast, but definitely quicker than most players on the team. He says Friday, and then he walks it back, takes it back a little bit, and uses I mean to correct himself. We'll be there Friday. I mean, late Thursday. Pause the video. Try it out. An extremely useful word here. Use so to move the conversation along, to keep things going. Okay? So what do you think about meeting at the cafe after class to study for the exam together? Maybe he had been working up to that. He wants to move the conversation along, right? So what do you think about it? So anyway, what do you think? Look at this. The price was too high, so we decided to wait for the holiday sale instead of buying now. So we decided to blah, 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 right? The car wouldn't start, so I took the bus and still made it to work on time. Just think about how robotic that would sound without so. What if you said, the car wouldn't start, I took the bus and still made it to work on time? It sounds unnatural, right? Adding so into the mix just makes everything flow better. Love this word, love using it. Basically, say this when you want to give a short, simple summary. You want to summarize. You want to basically wrap up everything that you said previously. So he's talking about this new app and what it does, all the features. Then he summarizes. Basically, the new app lets you order groceries in 3 taps and they arrive the same day. So, he had talked a lot before this, and then he goes, basically, then he summarizes, right? Basically, if we finish the report by noon, the boss can present it at the afternoon meeting, okay? Basically, turn the router off, count to 10, turn it on again, and the internet should work. Basically, blah, 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 blah. Give a short summary of what it is you're trying to say. What point are you trying to make? If you want to bring the conversation back to the main point, or you want to politely change the subject, change the topic, you can go, anyway, look at this. Anyway, as I was saying before the phone rang, the party starts at 8, so don't be late. Getting back on track, back on topic. Look at this one. Anyway, let's forget about the mistake and focus on finishing the project before the deadline. Anyway, let's forget about that. Anyway, let's move on in the conversation. Last one. Anyway, thanks for listening to my long story. I just needed to vent for a minute. What is vent? It's like talk a lot about something. Maybe you really need to talk about something that happened to you. You want someone to listen. You want someone to vent to. And then you vent. You talk for a long time. You say, anyway, thanks for listening. Anyway, thanks for hearing me out. Pause the video. Try it out loud. Here is one of my favorite ones, my favorite filler words here. So yeah, say this near the end of whatever it is you're talking about to wrap up what you just said in a casual way. Once again, we're kind of summarizing. It's like, basically, we fixed the leak, cleaned the carpet, and repainted the walls. So yeah, the apartment looks brand new now. So basically, the apartment looks brand new. Yeah, these two are kind of interchangeable. I'll send the email tonight, call the client tomorrow, and finalize the contract on Friday. So yeah, that's the schedule. Basically, that's the schedule. So anyway, that's the schedule. The concert was amazing. The food was great, and the weather was perfect. So yeah, it was a fantastic weekend. You can use actually to correct something or give new information. Look at this. Actually, the meeting starts at 3, not 2. So you still have time to grab lunch. Gently correcting them, right? Actually, blah, 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 blah. It looks hard, but actually, the recipe only needs 5 ingredients and 20 minutes to bake. Actually, right? She seems quiet, but actually, she loves karaoke, right? So we can kind of correct the record. We can give surprising information by going, actually. If you found this video useful, consider becoming a channel member. It's only $5. You get PDFs for all of my videos that really help with studying. You get hours of bonus content. You get book club access. So support me and invest in yourself. So yeah, basically, that's it. See you next time.